I'm Chase.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Customer Service.
Good morning, Vietnam. Here we are, the final pod of the year. It's December 30th.
Is that correct? Does it come out?
Yeah.
It comes out?
Wait.
Oh, this is the first one of the new year.
This is the first part of the new year, the last one we're recording this year. So think of it as you will. This comes out on
New Year's Day.
We will be at home. You're going to be recovering from a mighty, mighty hangover, Timbo?
Mm-hmm.
Having a little NDE the night before?
No, I don't have any NDEs these days, buddy. My NDE was Christmas Eve.
So for anyone that doesn't know, real quick, an NDE is a near-death experience. We would say that when you get really hammered, it's
sometimes we would have planned NDEs. Is what it is.
You know, and there's many nights where we've hit the town. I wonder where the phrase "paint the town red" comes from. We don't have Cole today, so I can't volley that to Cole.
Yeah.
But we've definitely had our fair share of nights out and about. Abby and I would get in fights back at your guys' house about me not wanting to eat her cereal that she'd try to get. You know, just little things. We'd all smoke cigs in the parking lot next to the store. So it's from
simpler
obviously
times.
a long ago time, but yeah, simpler times for sure. You don't be doing anything, but like real quick, looking back. Were you a New Year's Eve guy? You know how some people live for New Year's Eve the same way they live for like St. Patrick's Day?
No,
which is
I think
come on, grow up.
That's like a if you're talking about like being in your 20s or something, that's like a similar holiday to like Halloween where there's a party, everyone gets dressed up. No. Girls get dressed up, guys dress like shit.
Guys wear a sweater.
Yeah, and then you kind of get excited, but it's like hard to go out, or you have like a party that's supposed to be fancier. Do you know what I mean? But it's never fancier,
yep.
And then people act bad, and like it's like a tough.
Yeah.
The most like problems I remember from like my 20s at parties were New Year's Eve parties.
I've always, again, I didn't drink until I was almost 22. Multiple other factors played into this, but on days where drinking was the goal, I hated it because I didn't drink, so I was left out of things, or I didn't enjoy it. But then even when I did drink, it would make me too anxious because everybody would be too fucking crazy.
It's too much pressure.
There was too much pressure, and then like you're fighting with your significant other, or you're fucking absolutely out of your mind hammered somewhere far from home.
You gotta think that it's like a big day for breakups. Not, you know what I mean? Like it's a big opportunity because it's about to be a new year.
Yeah.
So you want to kind of come into the experience fresh, as you like to come into football only.
Yeah.
And it's like and I think that like you get drunk fast and then yell at each other, and it's like a big opportunity for a breakup.
Actually, real quick, I do have one. Getting drunk fast. I think I've told it, so I'll do an anecdotal version, but I maybe told it on a Patreon pod. But nonetheless, we were at my friend's house. She was having everybody over for New Year's Eve. Her parents were not there for whatever reason, and we were all hanging out. This is pre-me drinking, probably a dozen of us. This group of fellas who were a year older than us showed up late to the party and wanted to catch up. The age-old mistake we've all experienced. Yeah. This kid basically, his name's Ricky. He drank so much. We woke up in the morning, when the kind of drunk where you can't sleep. So it's like 6 a.m. and you're up and you're just like dead. Your body's already toast. Ricky, we couldn't get him to like wake up.
Oh.
And so we're like, fuck. So I called an ambulance. I called the hospital. I said, hypothetically, I've got an underage fella here.
I wonder how many times a hospital gets a call that's like, hypothetically.
She
don't do anything.
She didn't bat an eye. She said, honey, call 911. And then hung up the phone. Like it was like, I'm not going to entertain you. I'm telling you, call 911. So now anything you do is your responsibility. So I go, all right. So I go, we got to get Ricky up. We're shaking him, trying to move him. I'm telling you, like the girls are like in tears, sobbing. We're like, Ricky's fucking dead, dude. Like it was like he would not. No response. Eventually, he fucking rolls over and points to his penis. Goes, I gotta pee. So they hold him by his shoulders while he's wobbling and he's peeing in the toilet. He collapsed on the ground, falls asleep for another 3 hours, but he's good. So we didn't call an ambulance. He made it through, but we legitimately were worried that he was going to die.
That's the thing. I don't think they should. We might need to change drinking laws in America to be like 40 or something. You know what I mean?
Or at least like 25 or something.
By that time, you're like, I'm good. I don't want that.
Oh, man. You know what?
Or make it younger so kids stop doing these random experiments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, yes, but it's also fun to get lost in the sauce, get in the mix and be like, I got out of control.
Except for like you have a Ricky experience then. That's like, that kind of ruins it for everybody, you know?
Can you remember the last time that you caught a buzz? Because I can.
Me?
Yeah, you. I can remember last time I did. I don't remember last time you did. Like last time you were like, damn, the alcohol got on top of me.
Well, because I don't do it now. If I have like a drink at dinner, I'll feel a little something because I just don't do it ever.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've been pre-Gia, I think.
Yeah,
so, I
that's
mean,
what
I
I
just
would've
really
guessed.
like. The thing is, I think I've said this before. I like smoking cigarettes a lot, and
like,
drinking was a way and an excuse for a long time. Even when I would quit, it would be like, well, it's okay if you're drinking. So then I would be like, well, we'll just drink a lot, and then I can keep smoking cigarettes. So once I put that behind me, drinking was sort of like, I didn't like that part of it as much as everything. You know what I mean? The things that went with it.
Yeah.
So me, like even when I was drinking, I didn't do it at home. Really, I wasn't really like a at-home drinker. It would be like if you're out.
Yeah. No, I feel
I think the reality is what I liked was binge drinking is what it was.
Yeah.
But it was like also then you crest a wave and you're like, I can't do this anymore without feeling like trash.
Yeah.
So now, especially as I'm older, it's like I will do anything to feel good. I hate feeling bad.
Yeah.
So I feel better if I get up early in the morning. I feel better if I go to bed early. So all of those things will not happen if I drink. So I just don't do it because it ruins the next day.
100%.
So I don't remember at this point. It's been like a while.
Yeah. I wish we had a mic because I'd love to toss it to Abby. Abby, you can just nod. Maybe it was when you went to Vegas. Remember those photos you were showing where you and Dane were taking in like a castle? What's it called? White Castle?
White Castle. Yeah. Me and Katie it was at Dane's bachelorette party, but me and Katie were in White Castle taking pictures.
Yeah. So she was in Las Vegas in White Castle taking pictures. That would have been the last time.
But that would have been. Oh my God!
6
I'm
years
remembering. I know when that was.
Gia was like 6 months old.
We were at home, and because Gia was still breastfeeding because she was a kid. There was a finite amount of milk left because you freeze it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And we were
running out.
I was running out. You know what I mean? And
but you were solo dolo.
It was the only thing that like made her sleep really, and she wasn't sleeping much as it was, and it was getting like panicky.
It was what she ate. It wasn't just how she slept.
Well, but that's what like helped her.
Because at that point, like she's not eating food or drinking water either.
Yeah, and
that was news to me at the time, just so.
Yeah, and the one thing that helped her sleep a bit more because she wasn't sleeping enough at night. I didn't think, but I don't know now. Maybe I would be a lot more chill about it. I was just driving from the Walmart that's like out a ways because it's kind of an easy drive. Yeah. I was just driving back and forth because she'd sleep in the car.
The one in Longmont?
Probably, yeah. I was just driving back and forth and back and forth and back and forth because she would sleep on that drive. Yeah. And I would just do that over and over and over again to just try to
through the whole night?
No, just like during the day.
Oh,
so that she would like kind of catch up a little bit so that she'd be a little less fussy.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, it was like it was a wild experience.
Damn.
Yeah. But that feels like it was forever ago.
Oh, it would have been years and
years ago.
It was
2020 pre-pandemic.
2020
pre-pandemic.
Damn,
yeah.
Dude.
So things were just about to get cool.
Yeah. Damn. And think back to 2020. What a time. Last time that I had said it on the pod, so I won't go into it. But last time that I got pretty drunk on Abby's birthday, 4th of July. Remember we had that cookout on Bob and Paige's roof? Oh. We went down to Jungle, and we crushed a couple tropical drinks. And I think I had 2 or 3, but long story short, by the time we left, because we were playing cornhole, and I was like being funny. Apparently,
no, we were not playing cornhole. There was like 2 people playing cornhole, and it becomes the focal point of those parties, and we just sit there and watch you while no one talks because you guys are making so much noise. It's not. That's why I'm always like, why do I need to come to this party? Yeah. It's not for me.
That was when I said, "This one's for you, Timbo," and you go, "I can't even fucking see it." But I remember that I was hammered because that next day I said to Michelle, I said, did I say bye? Like, I don't remember leaving the party. So I got, and like the thing is, like, I was good. You know what I mean? But like, I was drunk. That definitely, the tropical drinks.
It would
got
be,
me.
I do remember a lot of times in Chicago specifically of waking up and being like, I remember what I did last night, and I don't think I did anything bad, but I don't know the logistics of how I was getting around. Yeah. Like, I don't remember any in-between times. Yeah. I don't remember. Like, it'd be like, I don't know how I got there.
You were chauffeured about. You were not calling. I would call.
Yeah, I didn't do
call
that.
Cabs. You weren't calling cabs.
Mm-hmm. No, of course, not doing admin.
Not while drinking.
Yeah,
not while drinking.
No.
I don't like. I shouldn't. Good. I was never and shouldn't be in charge of like the bill at a bar if we're drinking, because it becomes so quickly. I'll leave the card. I'm not interested in whatever this is. I just figured they'll bill my people.
No, I do love that, and I kind of unfortunately travel in the same way, but not drinking. I like to just. Somebody just bill me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the math.
Yeah. I can't think right now. So no, I don't really have any big. Do you have big New Year's Eve plans? I can't imagine. Oh, what are you guys gonna?
Heavens no. What do you eat on New Year's? Isn't there like a specific thing that people eat on New Year's Eve?
Black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas, and I think I'm thinking like sauerkraut, right? Don't you eat sauerkraut on New Year's? Isn't that like a good?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
I've never actually. I had black-eyed peas one time, and I'm going to describe it to you. And anybody listening, if you have a recipe that seems like it fits the bill, I'm dead serious. This is like one of the favorite things I've ever had, and I've never had it once. I was with my college girlfriend's family at their like farmhouse out in the country, and they had like a get together. And one of her aunts in a crock pot said, "Here, honey, have some of this," and gives me a little styrofoam bowl, and it's just like. Kind of soupy black-eyed peas, right? But they had like a zest or a kick to them. It was perfect. I've only seen it or had it once. So if anybody knows about it, it's black-eyed peas, spicy.
New Year's Day.
This is in Ohio?
This is in Ohio.
It's just peas with ranch. There's something zippy about those peas. Just canned peas and ranch.
Yeah, not even black-eyed peas.
Yeah.
Just canned peas.
Yeah.
Lucky foods to eat on New Year's Day.
Okay,
you got to real quick.
People can't
hear. Abby doesn't have a mic, so I'm going to repeat what Abby's saying. These are lucky foods to eat on New Year's Day.
Black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas.
Leafy greens.
Leafy greens.
Like collard greens.
Okay, like collard greens.
Onions.
Onions.
Pork.
Easy. Poke.
Pork.
What website is this? What
Noodles.
Did you say poke?
Poke like Drew.
Noodles.
Noodles.
Lentils.
Oh. Lentils, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Fish.
Uh-huh.
Pomegranate.
So just kind of anything.
Ring-shaped cakes. Repeat it. Ring-shaped.
Ring-shaped. Oh, sorry. Yeah, ring-shaped cakes like devil food cake.
To repeat.
And cornbread.
Cornbread. I swear to God.
What the hell is that? That's just a list of random foods.
There's reasonings for all of them. But.
I swear I ate sauerkraut as a kid and I hated it, but we would do it because it was good luck.
My mom would make those raspberries with the grape jelly in them.
Raspberries with the grape.
Not raspberries, sorry, meatballs with the grape jelly. I was thinking raspberry.
Oh, dear.
But I'm talking about?
Like crock pot meatballs.
Yeah, crock meatballs. They're like sweet. You've never had this before?
No, I wouldn't
crock
eat
pot
that.
meatballs?
Yes, you would. It
Yes,
doesn't
you
taste like it. It's just like that's the sweetener
like
you
a-
add. It tastes like they're like
Barbecue.
glazed meatballs. You
Oh,
know
cool.
what
I
mean?
would like that then, yeah.
Yeah, that's just like what they use as like that's what makes it kind of sweet.
Yeah.
You've had this before. It's like a Midwest thing. There's no way you haven't had it.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have. I just didn't know there was blueberries in
But
it.
I mean, I don't think that was like a. I think it was just because my dad liked them. I don't
Yeah.
think it was because
That's just
I
an
think it was
appetizer.
like a thing. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I have no plans.
Yeah, no, we've got no plans either.
Oh no! We were gonna make brujol.
Brujol. What's brujol?
An Italian thing. It's like a meat that you roll up with some breadcrumbs and
Oh, hell yeah.
It's
Hell
like
yeah.
a traditional.
Maybe you guys want to bring me any leftovers you got on Friday.
Oh, you know I want to do that. Yeah, I don't understand that.
Abby will.
I'm not this guy. I don't know why you think everyone wants to take care of you so bad. Like
Abby will bring
like
you the
you're-
leftovers.
Like you're
She
a loose
will.
dog.
When you guys make lasagna or something, she goes, "Cheddar, look what I've got." It's a Tupperware full of lasagna.
It's because
And
I
her and
don't want
go
it in the
ham.
fridge. I don't really like leftovers. I don't. There's only like a handful of things I would eat as a leftover. Otherwise, I just eat it in the moment or get rid of it.
You know, I made a pasta that the leftovers, I would say, were 50% less good.
Yeah.
Although I think lasagna is one of those things that actually shines. the
I'm not
next
saying
day.
there aren't things that are good that
Yeah,
way.
sure,
And
sure.
a lot of times pizza is better warmed up, I think.
Warmed up or cold. You know, one of the guys in Discord, what he'll do to warm up pizza is puts it cheese down on a stainless. and then it creates like a crispy cheese crust. By the way,
why'd you say it like Chester Cheetah?
I'm him.
You could never be cool enough to be Chester Cheetah. You're not composed enough.
No, I'm not. No, he's too sexy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, that's the current version. Before he was sort of like an addict. He was like a little more frantic. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe you're close. You're in between.
I need to see old and new because I'm thinking of him with the slick sunglasses and the deep
I know
voice.
what you're talking. Where he's like a puppet.
No, I'm thinking like
he's cooler. Before he was like his tail was like weird and he was like kind of nuts.
I'm being sleek and sexy.
He was like crazy for him.
We ordered the however many pack of all clads from Costco. Mm-hmm. So now we're gonna reset our entire shit. It's all stainless. We're getting rid of non-stick and a bunch of old like pots that I inherited from like roommates when they just left them, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And same with her. So now Michelle and I have a nice new all clad set. I'm very excited. I know you guys got that a year ago, didn't you? Or was it a couple years ago?
A little while ago. I don't remember when we made the switch, but
yeah, you still like it?
Someone could go through the podcast and I'm sure figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just solid. You got to get stainless hot as hell, and that's how it works best. So yeah,
it's not that hard. You just put the water in it, and it tells you when it's ready, and then you do that. Yeah, it's fine. It's more about you have to take care of them. That's what I've really learned.
Fully clean them all the way.
You need to hand wash them all the time. And
you don't put them in the dishwasher.
Nope.
Stainless
hand
even?
wash them.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad for it.
We won't do that then. Yeah.
Yep. I think if you take care of them, that's really the key.
Cool.
Yeah. So. Yes, they're great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I think that like I'm all about just buying whatever the best thing is, or like the most. The thing that's the most classic, and then you don't have to buy it all the time.
the standard option for solid stainless.
There's definitely like there is a difference between like if you go to like the stainless the like the thinner handle ones that they use in kitchens that I would like to eventually go that direction, but I think for like buying at like a reasonable price, like those are the ones. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
My first job ever when I worked at that Italian restaurant, Alessandro only used stainless, and I loved like he had like, you know, they were patinaed, bro. Like the stainless was like warped almost, like from being on the fire so long. I love that. I bet he's probably still using those same ones too. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. Nothing fun for New Year's going on. Just gonna be taking it easy. We got football on New Year's, I think. Oh, I came in third in the Dynasty League, so shout out me. Very excited about that. Timbo is so excited about that.
Tell him we did a good job.
Abby said, tell him he did a good job.
Can you describe what you did?
I made some good trades.
Great.
I made some good pickups on the waiver wire.
This is the struggle I have with when it's just like, what the hell did you guys do? You just watched it on TV.
Strategy.
To what?
Who you're gonna play?
This is so.
I'm not doing this. We can't do this.
It's too dumb. It's too dumb. You guys don't even like teams. You don't like sports.
Oh, that's not true. I like
you
teams.
just like people.
I love all sports.
And you don't even like people. It's like you just like competing with each other. It's just like that's what it is. It's so weird. Well, I don't get it at all.
Listen.
I think you guys are worse people from getting into this.
Oh, not true. I'm better.
No,
and I'm $100 richer now, too.
You're more boring. You're not $100 richer. We already talked about this. You lost money the first time. You lost money the second time, and you're going to play again, so you're technically down 50.
I broke even until I pay for next year's dues. No, I already paid for next year's dues. So
you're down 50.
If we're talking just straight up
you're down
dues.
50, and you used to be cool, and now all you do is talk about football.
You used to be cool. What did I do that was cool to you?
I mean, you were.
Gotcha.
At least we talk about music and shit. And now you haven't listened to new music in 4 years.
No,
the Alex G record.
Did you see what I said in Discord?
No.
Somebody, you guys were talking about new music, and you're like, well, I do the monthly playlist, this and that, and I go, yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's I'm about to just get back in the Mark Cos mode. So yeah, I haven't really listened. The new Alex G record is what I noted as the new thing I've listened to, but beyond that,
so it's Future and Mark Kozlick.
It's Future, Mark Kozlick, and that's really Lil Durk, a lot of Lil Durk stuff, but depends on what kind.
So you've listened to 3 artists this year, but how many football podcasts, which I'm sure are riveting?
5 or 6 that are in the rotation every day.
Oof. Yeah. You're watching
as often as I
can. Those games are endless, and it's 90% commercials.
I do I hate the commercials.
It's 90% commercials. Yeah. It's endless litigation.
You know what?
All you talk about is young men's injuries. That's all you talk about. You don't talk about plays. All I hear about is like his knee, his back, his spine, his head. It's like, it's so boring. It's like
turf toe.
Turf toe, which is disgusting. It seems like it's so gross. I don't even know what it is.
Do you want me to tell you?
No. There's 100 players at any given on every team. I can't believe that they've ever been tired or athletic in their life. I don't know what they work out for because they just sit there.
A lot of them making millions.
They go, oh no. Let a couple old guys get involved for a little while. And we'll throw to a Pizza Hut commercial for 45 minutes. I don't understand it all.
Football.
I hate this.
We'll just get you.
I used to like both of you, and now you guys have both gone down 20% because of this. It's all you talk about. Do you know how many times she's like, I can't think of a funny name right now. Some guy that I don't know, he ran 940 yards. And I'm like, I have no idea how long that is. I do not care.
Well, you know who he hated last year? Because he would make fun of the names. And I remember who you picked up? Chuba?
Yeah.
Chuba Hubbard.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't get it at all. I don't get the fascination.
It's okay.
And like I said, I started watching basketball. I'm back in, but I just watch two teams, and they do well or they don't, and then you just sort of, that's it. They play and then they're done, and then that's it. I don't need to make a whole lifestyle out of it.
Yeah,
you're at this point. I'm surprised you're not getting like NFL official blankets to throw on your couch, and it's like you've gone too far. You can't. You guys don't just like it a little. It's an entire. It's a lifestyle switch that you guys have made.
I love it because you have to know as soon as playoffs are done. I'm just in draft mode. I'm gonna be watching college football, taking college football stuff, draft. Projections, things like that.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, the level at which we can discuss at a different time, but you guys used to at least have like cool interests, and now it's like one single interest.
Why are you lumping us together?
Me and Absor.
It's this. What do you mean?
Well,
you're laughing. You know exactly what I'm saying.
I've got interest. It's just in off football season, gardening, which we're rounding that corner. I'm about to go ham this year.
Every single year, here we go.
I'm going nuts. I went ham last year, much better than the year before. We did a good job this last year. I'd say it was the most fruitful by far. We've had a lot of flops in the last couple of years. That last year was not one of them. Mm-hmm. So I'm growing marshmallow. Marshmallow, the actual, like the ancient thing is a root. Yeah. So I'm going to grow marshmallow flour, and we're going to pound it down and make an ancient Egyptian delicacy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
So we'll see. You know what I don't even know where I was going with that.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations on your made up team.
Yeah, hell yeah. Even though Jameer Gibbs really had a dud of the last 2-3 weeks. Okay. Anything else? We have not potted since before Christmas, so we can talk. Obviously, you were very ill. We went over to Bob and Paige's. I got many fishes.
Yeah, I went to the Broadmoor, and day one was day one was fine. It's good. But I remember I kept saying like, oh, my throat kind of.
Well, you start getting sick out there. I don't think I realized you were getting sick out there.
I had like a very minor sore throat, but I didn't think anything of it. It felt like anything, just like weird allergy stuff. Mm-hmm. And then day two, I was like, oh, something's happening. And then then day two was definitely a lot less fun because we were kind of feeling it, you know? And then worked on Christmas Eve, and then we had the dinner. And at that point, I knew when I woke up on Christmas Eve, I was actively very ill. I think I knew. I went to like Target, which was jam-packed on Christmas Eve.
I bet, dude, yeah.
And got some like different medicine stuff to like get me through. I was hosing myself down in like Vicks, like throat spray.
I was wondering where you kept going on Christmas Eve too.
And then I looked and I was like, oh, you're only supposed to do it like 4 times a day. I probably did it 35 times that day.
Oh, does it have an active ingredient?
Like it would sting really bad, and then I wouldn't be able to feel it for like 20 minutes.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah.
So I was just trying to like maintain because I knew I had to just get through this day. And by the time we got like through Christmas dinner, I had next to no voice. Like I couldn't. Most of the words I would go to say weren't coming out.
Yeah.
And it hurt so bad that it was like I'd have to like Arthur fist to like make it to swallow. And then we got home, and I knew it was really bad then because I was not able to swallow, so I was just spitting into like a cup, like a spittoon.
Yes.
And
old style,
because I couldn't swallow, and nothing was working. I was watching movies over like a pot, like a Le Creuset boiling, so it was just
like on the stove. Just
so
standing
just
there,
constant in my face, because it was the only way that would like I could swallow without it like hurting so bad that it was really tough. And then we do Christmas, but we have to be on like, 'cause our families are out of town. We have to do a bunch of FaceTime stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Again, I cannot like speak. I can't get words out, So it was really tough. I got through that. That night was the worst. Like I didn't sleep barely at all. I was doing all the stuff. Nothing was really working. And I hadn't really slept much the night before. And then day after Christmas, I woke up and like I had like a couple like big coughs, which I was trying to not. I didn't really have a cough or anything. And I coughed up a thing that looked like that big.
Yeah, a wad.
And it was like dark brown with like blood vessels around it. It was disgusting, and it was hard. And as soon as I did it, the sore throat immediately went away. And I didn't really have any other symptoms or anything. So whatever it was wrapped up in that
goodness
thing.
gracious.
You know what I mean? And then I've been on the mend since, much better. But still a little rocky, but better. So, ooh.
I hope this dickhead gets stuck in the ice.
He really was gliding there. So yeah, it was kind of a rough Christmas, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, I know it was rough for you because you texted me at 10 saying, "Hey, I can't come in," and like you don't miss working, but if you were saying the night before, you were ill.
There was no way. I mean, and it was there was no way. So it was, and I just at that point I'd only slept for like over the course of 2 days, like 6-7 hours. So it was like I was really not feeling great.
I'm feeling mostly fine, but I have been sleeping like shit for the last week, and Michelle is really in a bad way. She woke up, couldn't sleep, woke up early, and I woke up. She was already on the couch wrapped up in blankets, done for the day. She's
sick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, very unwell.
But you were already sick not that long ago.
It comes and goes.
So maybe you got it out of your system.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been sick one time this year until now.
Yeah.
I beat everything.
But then, like...
I have a kid, brother.
Yeah.
I missed every single one they had somehow.
That is true. That actually is remarkable.
I know. I keep up on my shit. And Abby even knows, even when I was kind of feeling not great before, I was going and sauning. I was doing everything I knew to do, like taking all the preventative stuff, but just couldn't beat the rap on this one.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
Yeah. Had to pay my dues.
Pay the dues.
So
Troll toll.
Feeling a little better now, so hopefully that's it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Well, we're back in this.
You had a nice Christmas?
Yeah. Yeah. Christmas Eve, we just went over and kicked it with y'all, went home. Actually, I went to Whole Foods on Christmas Eve, and again, it's like I couldn't believe the amount of people that were clearly buying shit that morning to cook. Like, no, I went in there I grabbed the lobster bisque because I forgot to get that the night before. But I was just in and out real quick. But there were people with carts overflowing, and like the amount of entire families that made the trek to Whole Foods, like mom,
because people are in
dad.
town.
2 20-year-olds, and then like grandma, grandpa standing in the aisles politicking about shit, and it's like, guys, come on, like we gotta move.
I hear your complaint, I guess, but at the same time, I was actually thinking like, I think as a society we've gotten so far. I think COVID also like created so many opportunities to try to avoid that kind of stuff. That can be convenient, but at the same time, I was in there going like, this is part of it though. Like I think that sometimes like we don't buy gifts in person anymore. Mostly.
Largely.
For the most part, you're buying
You used
online.
to go to the mall and be like, I'm going to hit these 7 stores
and like
to
I
look
already
for
said,
these
the mall
gifts.
was torched. It was done. There was nothing going on there.
Yeah.
That was bad. I think that like I kind of miss the human experience because, like I've said before, like I always liked living even in Chicago and before in a college town and stuff where it's like there's stuff going on.
Yeah.
And that I think create like that whipping of the frenzy sort of like gets you in the mood for it's like, oh, stuff's going on. Everyone's out doing the thing. And I was saying like, I think we got to stop pre-prepping every last thing so that we avoid every possible inconvenience where it's like part of the inconvenience is like you see people out in their coats and they're with the people and they're clearly out of towners and it's a little crazy, but that's part of
I remember
like
that.
liking that.
You know that I like that, and I like the mall. I like that feeling. I'll eat crow. I'll eat crow there.
You know what I'm saying?
It was nice to see people out and about, but it was like, it was more than what I'm saying is it was jarring compared to my normal
politeness
that I go
is
there.
A different thing. If people are being rude in the aisles, and certainly at Whole Foods, people like to like be in the way forever for no reason and stuff. I don't like that.
I'm happy for people to be happy and shit, but also if you're in public, it's not your space and your space only. We're all trying to fucking get to the bananas.
But I just kind of want to be like, if we could just get a little bit more polite as a society, a little bit more patient, but we get out there in the mix a little bit more, and we go, hey, Merry Christmas, have a good one. You know what I mean? You throw. I saw a guy in a King Soopers the day after Christmas, or I don't know where it was, one of these like more like a regular grocery store, and he was going around. I think he worked there. Somebody's coming in to grab somebody. He's just going around saying Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm like,
wait, where was this?
I don't know. Is it some regular grocery store?
That's awesome.
I don't know which one it was. And it's like, you miss that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you got to be like ultra social and all this stuff. What the hell's you got?
Going to chop tires because he's too lazy to bend down.
I think that it's like I think it is like a thing I sort of missed. I realized when I was there.
No,
I was very sick and buying medicine, but I still felt.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice, the little bit of anxious energy that's happening.
Yeah, no, I get you, and it is nice when everybody's out and about having fun. There is something fun to that.
Yeah. You're hearing the Christmas music that I'm not necessarily, well, not in our house because our daughter loves Christmas music, and you know what? I'm not a big Andy Williams guy these days because how many times I've heard that damn record. Yeah, she puts on the record herself when she makes the house cozy. It's very nice, but I hear it a lot. But I do think that like you're not probably listening to Christmas music on your own personal time. I wouldn't imagine. But and I'm not even saying I necessarily like love it or anything. But when you like go to a store and it's playing, you're like, oh, I'm getting in. Well,
because everybody's in it. You're in the.
Yeah. There's a collective consciousness that doesn't happen as much as it used to.
I had a moment a couple weeks ago. It may have been like my birthday or something, but I woke up on like a morning and I was like, hey, I'm gonna pop down to Santiago's, the burrito spot that's you know Santiago's burritos? No. You know, Abs? Like the long thin ones that are like in every gas station, like you can get them like in the hot ready, but they also have like brick and mortars. Anyway,
we got you.
There's one by me, and I went in there because they don't do DoorDash or anything, which is, I'm like, fuck, dude, nah. But I went in there. Long story short, I ordered, just my burritos, and I got some relleno and shit, and I'm just hanging out, waiting for them to make it. And I was like, damn, a lot of regulars came in, and they knew the people working behind the counter. And one girl goes, oh, you haven't been here all week, and then you show up today or something. And I was like, that's fun. Made me feel good. I liked it. Yep. I had fun observing. And I in that moment, I was like,
seen. That's a nice thing to feel. You know what I mean?
And I was like, you know what? And the guy was so friendly to me. Everybody that interacted with me, every employee was so friendly and treated me like a regular, even though I had first time going in there. And there was a moment of like, damn, I like this feeling of like, camaraderie with strangers and just like having a, because I don't go in public. COVID shelled me up really good because my instinct is to withdraw and hermit. You know what I mean?
I'm not telling you I think that you need to go to a dance club. I'm not telling you I think you need to, you know what I mean? Like, and if you're not a concert guy, like Abby's never been a concert person, that's fine. I think that doesn't need to be your thing. But like getting out there to do regular stuff. So for actually what Abby and I are doing, we broke once because of the sickness. We ordered some soup on Christmas Day from a Chinese restaurant, I think.
What'd you get? Wonton?
I got a wonton soup that was not good, unfortunately. Actually,
sorry to hear that.
But like, I just wanted like something like a broth, basically. And I probably should have just warmed up a straight broth, to be honest with you. But I wanted it to be fun because it was not that fun of a day. Yeah, I mean, Gia had fun. We got through that part, but it was a tough day. We let her sort of rule the house that day because we were sort of dead by the time we completed all of the everything. House was nuts. Yeah, stuff everywhere. But she was having fun. We're going to not do any delivery. We're going to go get it. First of all, you do realize, like, I'm paying double is the reality. I'm paying double.
Yeah.
So that is crazy. And also, I think that it's like a preventative of, like, half the time you do it, it's like it is out of pure convenience and nothing more. Where it's like, honestly, it probably would have made me feel better mentally and physically to, like, get up, get in the car, go drive out there. You know what I mean? And I always, like, I think... I live in Boulder. Everything's close. Like nothing's more than like a 10-minute drive is the farthest I'm going to drive here. And we have a car that's very comfortable to drive around for all of us. And we have all the amenities you could possibly want. to go do this thing to make it easy. So there's really no excuse. And it's not to, I don't really have a problem. People get paid and have jobs, and I don't love gig economy, but I understand that it's what it is. But I think it's like an easy way for us to like not do it as often. And if we don't do it, you really want to want it. And the problem is like now you've increased the entire anticipation of the event.
Oh, I agree.
I went out and got it. I mentally prepared I had to put on a sweater. I had to go out there and grab it. I smelled it in the car on the way home.
Yeah,
I think it builds it up a little bit more into being like a more of an event, and it's a little bit more fun that way.
Yeah.
So we want to see how, I think we can just get into this habit and do it this way.
I know a lot of people like this that like don't do DoorDash, and like you said, you get all that experience, but you also get to go into the place and like for instance, Willie is not a delivery guy. Willie goes in and he'll tell you a lot of places in Longmont, when he lived in Longmont, they knew him and like knew his order and would say hi to him and shit. And I like that, and that's cool. And I've spent conservatively a couple $1,000 in the last few years on delivery, easy. If we're just talking the fees in addition to the food, you know what I'm saying? Even if I have DoorDash, I have the Dash Pass and shit. And listen, I'm a big Dash Pass guy and I love that shit. However, Michelle and I are also trying to really, really, really save over the next year. Hopefully to like maybe be in a position to look at buying a house or consider it. But I think that would be a good thing. Maybe I'll toss that down the road because I love.
Look, I understand that there's going to be an occasion where it's just like this just makes more sense. Do you know what I mean? To like, because you have like a crazy ass week and it's just like I can't do this, dude. I can't cook, and there's times where it makes sense. But I think even if you cut it out by like half, you're A, saving a lot of money, and B, creating a new. I just think that if you're not doing much, you know what I mean, especially as you get older, you're not doing as much. I'm not going out as much. I'm not meeting up with friends and shit as much. It's like, it's something to do. And I think you got to have things to do. And I think you got to learn to enjoy those things that you've decided are a pain in the ass. Cause you're like, I've just made up that that's a pain in the ass, but why? It's not. Yeah. It's not. I go in there, I listen to music. If I go alone, I listen to metal music super loud.
Yeah.
And then if we all go together, we talk, and it's like a fine, it's a good experience.
No,
right?
I'm with you.
Plus, it makes you, I think, decide: do I really want this, or am I just doing this because it's easy? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and we literally, it's funny you brought this up. We literally had this conversation like last week talking about saving money and shit. And I was like, the problem with Dash Pass is it's awesome, and I acknowledge it in the moment. This is not me volleying for it. It is flippant money spending. It is extremely unresponsible money spending. It's just there's so much money that gets, because also for the record too, I'm going to say this: when you check out, let's say you're checking out, it's $50 and it gives you 3 options for 15, 18 and 20% tip, I will take whatever the 20% tip is and add $2 or $3 every single time, regardless of what it is, because I don't want to do that job, and I understand that like it's fucking inconvenient. Like Dash Pass, and maybe if you drive Dash Pass, DoorDash and shit, and you love it, and you get to listen to your podcast, and I'm all for that. But me as a person, I don't want to do that job, so I do show love, and I do try to tip well, and like I'll fucking shovel the driveway and this and that and the other. You know what I mean? But it's a ton of money wasted, even with getting the deals and the fees waived, and it's just a ton of money wasted. So I'm gonna consider tossing that down the road and trying to do something like that.
We'll do that for a little while and see how it goes.
Because we this last year I think we did a pretty good job of cooking too. We went through waves, but really want to be better about not wasting groceries and stuff too. Because
I just like want to continue. I just don't want to eat stuff I don't know what it is. I just want like single ingredient everything.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, dude. And like when you cook at home, it's pretty easy to be like, I can name every single ingredient that went into this. Obviously, there's things that like if you're using like, I don't know, like heavy cream or something, like you could go like, well, what were the cows fed? And you could go down that road. But largely, if you can name it without having to like read the ingredients list, I feel like that's a safe way of going about it.
Yeah, well, because you start to also go like, how much am I enjoying every single one of these? You know what I mean? Like, I know you guys love food, and that's like it's like a different thing for you guys than it is for me to a certain degree. But not that I don't like it. It's just it doesn't do to me what it does to you guys.
Oh yeah, and Abby and I talked about it. It's the highest reward for me. It is the way that I look at food is how I think people with addictions feel. Like it is the highest reward for me. I eat I think about what's the next thing I'm going to eat. I'm so excited for that next thing I'm going to eat, and I'm just being honest. I'm being H here,
What do you have any New Year's resolutions? Are you a resolutions person?
I've got no qualms with doing resolutions. I I think that I'm down to make a decision and change things up at any
you
time.
want to, like, that your deal is going to be like, you don't want to, I know that you wouldn't want to, the idea of making it public, but do you do it in your head?
I've got things that I want to do, and there's things that I've been doing like already, you know what I mean? But it's more about just like little things, like literally like not trying to eat so much at 10 p.m. and trying to like give myself a couple hours before I go to sleep where I'm not eating a ton of food and shit. And like, in particular, I've been better about not eating a ton of candy before bed. I consumed a lot of calories right before bed. That's how I've been doing it for the last few years, you know? And I'm trying to not do so, just like little things like that. But no, I don't have any sweeping declarative statements of what I'm going to do or do differently, other than just like generally try to be healthier. I'm going to start going to the doctor and shit this year and just start checking things off one by one. Little things like that. You know, but no, nothing like explicitly gonna do this or that. Gonna just literally try to be healthier and try to move my body a little bit more and try to eat in a specifically not so late at night and slightly healthier. So
interesting. We'll
see. Yeah.
See how
but nothing major. What about you?
I think that some of my goals are like get into fantasy football.
I would love it.
I don't know. I don't know. I felt like I had bigger plans, and then I got sick and then everything. I don't know. I'm feeling out of sorts right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The problem is, I think that with how I operate mentally and, you know, all this stuff, I think that like this time of year is kind of tough for me. It's like it's incredibly overstimulating on like every front.
Both here at work, but you've got like personal things, like you have GG, so there's all these things you got to do, and like you said, family live out of town.
I'm completely out of schedule. Like I'm not doing anything that I normally do. Like it's not my normal schedule because work hasn't been necessarily like a normal schedule, and Gia's out of school, and then we have all these, you know, there's events and blah blah blah, and like you know, I just don't. I'm not good out of schedule. So
yeah, I know that about you.
I don't feel great there. So I don't feel like I'm in the right place to start doing that yet. So I'm not going to put some pressure on it that it needs to be in the new year. Yeah. I make goals for myself very regularly. So I don't think I really necessarily need that. I don't know what they'll be this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do think
yet.
I want to be better about coming home and like doing something creative again like I used to. It's been years, 2-3 years solidly since I've been like interested in painting at all. But I painted those quick signs for the window here, and I'm going to be painting some stuff for that event and just updating our signage. So trying to do little things like that. I don't know, dude. Yeah. Just like trying to like rot less. I love to go home and sit on the couch from the moment I get home until I go to bed. Like that's tight. I love that. But I recognize that that's probably not the best thing for me. And I feel good when I do things. Oh, I did a whole rehaul of the garage over the weekend / the holiday, and that was tight.
That garage is your Sisyphus. You know what I mean?
Dude,
it is just.
I am constantly at odds with it, but it's solid now. It's pretty tight.
What we're gonna do, we've talked about. Abby and I are gonna do like. We've needed to do a lot of little things around our place. Does that make sense? Like
what?
You know, you get like a chip in a paint or something and you just never take care of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or, there's this thing that door does something funny and you just never really deal with it. Or, we need to go through this stuff, but we just don't do it. It's just like that. It's like just starting to like go room by room. I'm going to knock out every little annoyance I have.
Yeah.
For example, when I was sick, we've, at one point something happened with our shower and they fixed it. You know what I mean? And it was never, after they said it, it was never hot after that. It was like never, it would get, occasionally it would get hot, but it was like, it was never getting what I thought. And,
you want
I
it to
like
be
it a little
fucking
crazy.
hot.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But it was like, but Abby would tell you too, it was never that hot, like cranked all the way.
Yeah.
And it was driving me nuts because I use a shower as a reset in a big way. That's like a big part of my health.
It's not like for function just to get in the shower. You've got like a whole,
you know?
Yeah.
Especially when I was sick, I was like, I need to just be in a like hot, steamy area for a given amount of time, and it was driving me crazy.
Yeah.
And Abby kept saying like, "Oh, I saw him do it when he put it. I don't think they like switch something or whatever. So like we just were like, okay, because of this, because I was really frustrated because I was like, I just need some sort of relief from this thing. And we pulled the thing off, looked it up, made the adjustment, boom, that's fixed. And you're like, that took maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and it made such a huge difference in my life, you know what I mean, since doing it. And it's like, so I just feel like if we can start doing that kind of stuff, that'll be helpful. And actually, I have sort of the opposite of your thing of I need to rot a little bit.
Yeah. Well, because you're go. And I feel like, because you've said, you're like, I don't even sit down when I get home.
Abby, how often do I sit down when I'm at home?
All the time.
No, never.
I just like stand in the kitchen and I clean and I do things and I walk around.
Yeah.
I don't sit down.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, once Gia's in bed, maybe Abby's gone downstairs to read or something, I'll sit for a little bit or something. But like, it's either I've made a whole intention around watching a movie, but even then I would say I do that maybe once a week at best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the most part, I walk around and listen to podcasts, but I like clean and organize things and move around.
Yeah,
and I do my painting and
Tinker.
stuff, but painting does the same things. It's the same shit. It's like a whole setup, and I get everything ready, and I do all things, and I clean it all up, and it's just frantic energy all the time.
Yeah, no, I got you.
And it makes me feel like, even just talking about it makes me feel a little panicky to like have to like just sit down and not do anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to waste time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I want to accomplish, but sometimes you realize, like I realized more and more, there's nothing to accomplish. So I'm making myself crazy and stirring the pot for kind of no reason.
Sure.
And then when I do it because like that, I'm keeping that kind of energy, I'm just spinning out for kind of no reason, you know? So I need to make more of an intention around sitting down.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my goal.
That's good. I like that for you.
I was thinking about getting like, because I hang out in the kitchen a lot, just sort of am in there because that's where I'll do my art because it makes the most sense for us because I don't have like an extra room to do it in or whatever.
Do it on the counter?
I have all sorts of little setups, but predominantly,
yeah.
But everything is like a contained thing.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because I don't really have like a space for it.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been starting to look up, see if I can find a studio space to rent.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Dude, fuck yeah.
But anyway, I've been thinking about getting like a stool for in there because if I just like at least force myself to sit in there and then do my like drawing or whatever I'm doing, maybe that's like the first step in trying to like center it a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll try that.
I love that for you, Timbo.
Yeah. I don't want to. I feel it in my bones. Like I'm saying it knowing it's the right thing to do for my brain, but my body does not want to do
sit down and shit. Yeah.
I really hate sitting down to eat.
Yeah.
I really hate it. I want to stand and eat.
Here I agree with you. When I'm at work, I get it in my body as quickly as I can. And again, as I've said,
I don't think I ever exit work mode is the thing.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Like, when you put the car down into a low gear and it's still going around.
Yeah.
That's kind of me all the time.
Yeah.
I'm pressing the gas in the same way. And I've lowered the gear, but I'm not putting it in park.
Yeah.
And that's maybe the issue. So I've got to figure out how to put it in park a little bit.
Yeah, put it in park. Kick back
maybe
a little bit.
That'll be my mantra.
Yeah.
Put it in park a little bit more.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
The DoorDash thing's gonna be easier than that.
Dude, I hope you can find a cool studio space.
Yeah, I'll look around.
You know, you should look up north. When we get off, I'll show you. There's a
Canada?
No, North Boulder. Basically, right before you leave Boulder, there's that whole group of like garages.
I'm never leaving Boulder. Quit trying. I'm never going outside of Boulder County.
No, it's in Boulder. I'm saying it's right before you leave Boulder.
Yeah. I'll look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look. We talked about it, so we'll think about it. Let's do some questions.
You got some?
Abby, you keep an eye on time for us because I'm realizing.
What are we at, Abs?
49
minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're great. Okay. So, a couple things here. Oh, take our brands and make like a starting 5 out of them?
Yeah, it's tight. A basketball,
we didn't do that, right?
No,
I didn't think so. But the only thing is I feel like I need to look at the brands. I got to look at them. So I'm going to pull it up.
All right,
do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it. So we
got. So you're going to set your lineup basically.
You want each to do one, or you want to do one?
Maybe we build it together. We see if we can align.
All right, so we got a point guard, a shooting guard, small forward, and a center.
That's right.
Okay, you want to start top or bottom? I think we should start center down. Let's start with the big man. Let's start
with the big man. So in your mind, what purpose are?
So I was just thinking. So when I think of a center, in the NBA. And I think of centers of years past that are my favorite. I obviously think of the Shaquille O'Neals. I think of like Yao Ming, just because it's like the direct time of me watching basketball as a child.
Sure.
I think more specifically of like Zydrunas Ilgauskas, the Cleveland center from Lithuania. I think of like, when I think of center, I think of like a gentle giant, like a trustworthy fella.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
I think then what we're talking about is Orslo.
You think?
I think so.
It's just
it covers all your bases. It's a powerful,
trustworthy.
It's a powerful brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how much ground it covers.
And it's almost, I don't mean this in a bad way, but there's no frills. It's just solid as fuck.
Yeah.
No fucking around.
There's no
weird
huge
games.
swings. Every now and then you'll see a piece or two in collection that are like
different.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more experimentation. But for the most part, it's classics.
Yes.
You know, happening.
Yes.
You know, at a high level.
Yep.
That's also not going like we're elevating a coverall to a point where it's $2,500, which has its place, but it's like that's not what they do.
No, it's just reliable,
functional, reliable,
trustworthy,
always there, and it keeps growing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. No drama in the media. You know what I mean? He's not
their. That's not their business.
So Orslo is our center. I think that is.
Does that feel right?
About as apt as we could get. Yeah, I wouldn't put anything.
I think it's good. I can't think of who else would play that position.
Yeah. Okay, so then we've got forward.
Okay.
So there's small forward and forward.
Yep.
Is that the
That's how I know
way it's broken down? Because I've heard power forward, but
yeah.
Power forward, I think, is just forward.
Yeah.
Right, small forward and power forward are different. All right,
Yeah.
So let's just say we're calling a forward. So it's another big man. They are not good at shooting free throws typically. They're not necessarily good at dribbling the ball, handling the ball, finding the open man.
But they get in the paint.
They're in the paint. They're creating space. They're getting rebounds. And they're physical. I think more than
Rodman.
Yeah, they're like a Rodman. I'm thinking of like Rasheed Wallace. You know what I mean? He might not even actually have played that position. Tim Duncan. They're probably pretty, like in Tim Duncan's case, very rudimentarily sound.
It's a bigger brand size-wise.
It's a bigger brand size-wise. It's probably, I'm thinking a little bit more on like the hard-wearing side.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not thinking flashy. I'm not thinking flowy. I'm thinking on the hard-wearing side.
Do you have an idea right now?
No, because I'm thinking of some other brands, but I feel like you need
to look at the brands at the same time.
Let me pull up our brand list.
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to think of like who's got this. I think I might know small forward. I'm not sure, or I don't think I know. I don't know.
I'm gonna pull up the brand list.
Is this a real McCoy's? Is it? There's that too.
It's a little too close to Orslo, I think. But
Harrell? Leans workwear? Because this is a working man's job. You got to get in there, and you're gonna take some hits.
I do like that, but they do so much cashmere and stuff.
I agree. That was my issue.
I don't hate it though.
Is it engineered garments?
That's what I was thinking.
Might be engineered garments. Because it's a classic. Yes. It's been around forever.
Yes.
Delivers.
Specifically Workaday. It's
Workaday.
It's hard-wearing fabrics in roomy materials. It is mainline, can lean obviously so...
Could be a lot of different things.
It could be so many different things. It can lean work where it could be the denim, but it can also be the half vest or the over vest with the reversible fur and shit. So it's a little more flashy. It's Workaday where it's similar to Orslo, but through a little bit more of a fashion lens. But again, it's just tried and true. It is like I want to say rudiments, but it's not that. It's technically proficient. You know what I mean? It's going to get the job done. So Workaday, I like Workaday. I think Workaday is good.
Okay, so now we move to small forward or power forward.
Let's do small forward. How
do you see this then?
I'm trying to think of who I would consider. Like here, let me just look up. Like who would be like who's a small forward in the league right now? You know what I mean? So I can get an idea. Is it like? Oh, they're calling
sometimes this is what's tough is like modern basketball right now is like it's like kind of flipped a lot.
Well, I was gonna say like in this
head.
list they're calling KD a small forward, and like I think that he plays like a small forward. But
that's what I was just gonna say. A lot of these big guys are making big shots now, so it's like a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Wemby's hitting shots like 3-pointers all the time.
I'm thinking. Let's think like maybe I don't know that this player plays this position, but think like a Draymond Green, scrappy as fuck.
Yeah.
In there, certainly in the media.
Yeah.
There's some good quotes, some good clips. Maybe they've sent some unsavory tweets.
Yeah, and maybe sometimes this is your facilitator.
This is your facilitator.
Yeah.
This is the guy who's like just the most physical guy on the court. Loves to get in there. He's getting every board, but he's the first to hit the floor if there's a loose ball, right?
Yeah.
That's how I'm thinking of this guy. So if we can interpolate that through our brand,
so maybe
list,
this is more of our Rodman than I was thinking. Like this is our rebounder. This is our guy.
He's in the mix.
Yeah.
He's in the mix.
He's in the mix. Yeah. He's a personality.
Yeah, he's kind of.
Is it Capital?
It's Capital.
You know what
it's
I mean?
Capital.
It's wild.
Yeah, I love that.
It's in the media. Good or bad.
Because how many times has Capital released something on Instagram that like the internet hates and they don't acknowledge it at all?
Yep. They have a wild PR plan. Yeah.
Crushed it. It's Capital.
I think it's Capital.
It's Capital. They're in the mix. They're getting the boards. They're hitting the ground. They're finding the open man. They're talking shit. They're the guys. They're the ones defending the inbound play. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're in the face, just really just disrupting.
But broad, still big. So it's like that's a big brand. It's got a lot of different aspects to it.
Love it.
Yeah, pretty versattle. Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. This person in the tunnel pregame has a crazy fit on too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They've got like over the ear headphones, probably just Beats by Dre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I love that.
I think that's good.
I like that.
So now we are on to
we're on to shooting guards. My favorite position of the sport. We're thinking, to me, again, these are, I'm sure that everybody, you can make an argument one way or another, but I'm thinking like a Tracy McGrady, that kind of guy. You know what I mean? Halliburton, right?
Because they make plays and they make big shots.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
They're not calling the plays, but they make the plays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Lee?
Well, I like where you're going with that.
They take big swings, but there's a steadiness to it.
Yeah, I do like that. I like Oralee.
Who else do you think is in that conversation?
This FedEx truck is 100% going to get stuck. Abby, could you holler for somebody to receive this? I like Oralee. I like Lemaire. We're
Lemaire's
thinking like
good.
capital S swaggy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to, as much as I love Harrell, I don't know that Harrell has enough flavor outwardly to like, but like Oralee is like these, sometimes it's super sexy and sheer and flowy. You know what I mean?
It's a subtle flavor.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
Looks like CDG perhaps, but
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying though. Like even a Margiela could fit this bill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah. But between the two, I'd say Oralee.
Yeah, I think Lemaire was a good choice too. Now I think in that version, we're now talking about like, what about our legacy actually?
That's it.
I think
it's our legacy. It's our legacy because
I think Oralee is our point guard.
I think Oralee is the point guard. Let's go ahead and lock in. We're gonna lock in OL for shooting guard, and specifically, you nailed it because it is very. What are you laughing about?
He's getting stuck, and the fact that I got you this excited by basically doing your bit to you.
Called it. This guy's really nice too. I feel for him.
He might
He'll
have
get it.
He'll
get it.
He's doing it the right way.
You got it, brother. Come on. Nice. I really like that guy. He's cool. Our legacy, there's a lot of breadth to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want a mesh tank top and you want to sex it up this summer, they've got you covered. But if you just want some like nice, well-fitting denim, the borrowed shirts, the
long coat,
all of that,
some
like
great t-shirts.
If you want to show up, like you could get an outfit to go to Christmas Eve church from our legacy. That's very tasteful and approachable, but you can also show up to a rave in all our legacy and not be out of place. You know what I mean? And I like that about a shooting guard because the shooting guard is both the guy that he contributes to the community.
Point guard is your full flavor play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
AI.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
So our legacy is great for shooting guard. So point guard for point guard, do you want to say Aura Lee? Because I also think Aura Lee is so. I would love to include them in this, but Aura Lee is also so like respectful and quiet, and it's meant to be worn. The colors are selected to be worn in the early morning light. You know what I mean? And like that also doesn't read AI to me, and it doesn't necessarily read like.
I think that what I'm responding to is that's the point guard I tend to like. You know what I mean? Where it's more about elegant, because you know that my whole thing, I talk to Abby about this all the time when we watch basketball. I love beautiful basketball. And that's been my problem with the league for so long, is that it's not pretty. It's dopey and big and just, and it's like so much bravado, and so I don't like that. I like when that's what I loved about watching the Pacers play, of just it's pass, pass. Beautiful plays, beautiful movement. You know what I mean? It's very jazzy. I love that shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think that like when I like Aaron Nembhard like on Pacers that I like so much, when you watch him do his crossovers and stuff, you're like, it is perfectly
sleek.
Timed, perfectly quick, very quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of movement. And I really like that type of basketball. So I think that Aura Lee for me is like probably the point guard I would choose, but he's not. But I agree, that's not a full flavor play. If you're looking for an AI, that is more or less like this is your player who's sort of like, when you think about the team at that moment, that's who you're thinking.
I'm gonna say a name, and you're gonna agree. Steve Nash.
Yeah, sure.
Jason Kidd.
Sure.
Because
when you think about them, you're like. There's a lot of flash, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like it like means something bigger.
Yeah.
So but it kind of defines the team is sort of the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, who do we got that does that? Did you have a name in your?
Well, no. And now seeing the list, it does. I like what you're saying here. Like, because what you're getting at too is like Jason Kidd, NBA coach. Steve Nash drove the same fucking pickup most of his career, and like very cool. Modest. Also could have went pro in soccer. As I said, Baron Davis could fucking yam. Gilbert Arenas had the whole gun thing happen, if you remember. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a whole, it runs the gamut. Let me look at our brand list one more time with all of that fresh in my mind.
I think it's tough because I understand what maybe niceness is our point guard.
Niceness.
Do you know what I mean? Because it does a lot of different things. It's very saucy when it needs to be. You know what I mean? And then sometimes it's very subdued at the same time. And if you're a good point guard, you probably know when to do either turn it on or turn it off. You know what I mean? Are we making sure the right play is getting made, or are we taking it all the way through?
Yeah, I love that. Okay.
Read it back. Let's see if we like it.
Point guard. Point guard out of Tokyo, Japan. We've got niceness.
It's all out of Tokyo.
Shooting guard out of...
I forget who it is now.
It's our legacy. Where are they out of? Scandinavia. I get Sweden and Switzerland mixed up because they both start with the SW. Sweden.
It's Sweden.
Fuck. I'm an idiot.
Now the thing is, it's one of those things where had you just
if
said,
I would,
where are they from? I would have been like, oh, it's from here. And then now you went, because you questioned yourself. Now I'm like, wait a minute. We got to look.
Stockholm.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to get to.
We were right. That's Sweden.
Out of Stockholm, Sweden. Number 13, our legacy.
Number 13.
Small forward. Out of, is it Okayama? Okayama, Japan.
Yeah. Number 69.
We've got, with a K, number 69. Capital.
Yeah.
It's got a crazy graphic on the jersey. Yeah. Coming in at forward at a whopping 245 pounds, 6'10", we've got Engineer Garments Workaday, based out of New York, New York.
Yeah. I like a New York guy being that position too, actually.
He's rough and tumble.
Yeah,
still smokes cigs.
Yeah.
And coming in, number 51, out of Japan, Kobe, I believe. Or slow. And then you hear the whole crowd go, slow.
Yeah. Oh,
they shorten it to slow. It's like, it's like when Carlos Boozer. Boo.
Yeah, very cool.
So, slow. Who's the sixth man? Who's the Lamar Odom? At Office Reference. Kelly Kapoor. Abby knows that too.
Who's the sixth man? Maybe that's Lemaire.
Is it Lemaire? Because I'm thinking, like, what's just a heavy hitter for us?
That's it. Everyone kind of knows it. you know?
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate
whether
it.
you got into fashion through like shopping at Uniqlo and you're aware of it, or here, it operates at a very high level. We didn't do Lady White.
Lady White's our sixth man. Lady White Co. for the sixth man.
Because it's safe, it's
serviceable,
it's strong,
consistent.
Yeah, if off the bench, they're gonna put up 15.
Seasonal is a splash. We got those dope ass coats in this season.
But even splash is not a
splash.
It's not controversial.
But you're not like, they're checking in so and so. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, oh great, Christian Brown is hitting the floor. We're about to get busy. You know what I mean?
It's a pair of fresh legs. For
it's a pair of fresh legs. You know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Lady White Co. They are obviously number one because it's the most minimal number. There's not a lot of curves or nothing to obscure the view.
Yep.
It's just minimal number.
Could kind of slot into most positions.
And they only wear their away jerseys. They refuse to wear their home jerseys. Dark colors only. Don't put me in any light colors.
Yep.
That's tight.
Very cool. Who do you think's got the best? We've already talked about I don't know if it was on the one podcast that didn't come out, but the refresh jerseys or whatever they do, those ones, nightmares.
Oh, the in-season tournament. We've had to talk about the Pacers one that says Indy.
They need to put those in the middle of the floor.
That may have been on the deleted episode. Whoever made that graphic, honestly, like
You're in trouble.
I'm trying to be more that's something that I'm trying to do as a resolution. Let me take a pause. I'm trying to not have my first thought to myself or otherwise be negative. So I see somebody doing something dumb. Who cares? They're just doing something dumb.
It doesn't mean that you see it and you're like, I know you're trying to do some 80s nod, and maybe if you looked at their like general overarching the demographic, you're like, yeah, that's probably like something that would resonate with a lot of certain people as like a heritage thing, as opposed to like doing like the original logo of the team or something.
Yeah.
But it's so not tasteful.
Well, what they're trying to do, they said we're gonna mix graffiti. Because it is graffiti, but then what they're taking is, and we talked. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I think this is from the last episode. But then they're saying, okay, but we want to use a casual, which a casual is what the Canoe Club logo is in. A casual font was developed by sign painters to, if you do a block logo, if you think you make if you're painting a rectangle, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 strokes, so that's 4 strokes. With a casual, everything can be done in 1 stroke. The downstroke is 1, the bar would be another. You know what I mean? So it was meant for the speed, right? So, but what they did was they took neither execution is even close and or good. They took bad graffiti and a shitty casual, like that logo, and then coupled with the colors, guys, it's awful.
But there's like multiple teams that have that kind of same thing.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know why they come out, but it's like it's so bad.
I can't watch in-season tournament because of the color of the floor. It makes me feel sick.
Oh, yes.
It makes me feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't see straight.
Also, like
they have to stop.
I understand what it's for, but it's not.
I think
dorky.
I think there are dozens to start ways to signify that this game is different than regular season, because that's what they're doing. They want to, you flip to the channel, you're like, oh, it's an in-season tournament game. The floor is different. The teams are wearing different jerseys. Yeah. There's stakes added to this one, which is what people have been complaining about. Regular season goes on too long. Losing 5 games in a row literally doesn't matter to most teams because you got 65, 70 games on the other side of that just make up for. You know what I mean? So it makes, as a fan, hard to watch. So they wanted to add stakes to regular season, which I can appreciate.
It's also like a situation where it's got to be causing way more injuries and shit because you're just playing so much more and so frequently and so much travel, and it's so, you know what I mean?
It's tough on the body. Yeah. But imagine this. They went the most in-your-face way. We're going to make the floor fucking red. You're not going to be able to see where the ball is.
I remember the lines are, the whole thing was turquoise, and I was like, this is like, you can't see it.
It's like, I think Boise State, their football field is blue, like an electric blue, and it's unwatchable. But point being is, imagine if
the Spurs one is the one I looked at and I thought, I can't.
What color is it?
It's like a bluish gray with like turquoise hits.
I can't do it.
It's like, it's something about the
contrast,
the matching, and I understand that all that any team does is they pick a main color and then they use the contrast of the other, and that's how you do it with colors. But you look at it and you're like, this is like doing something to my eyes that makes them feel like they're vibrating.
It's like when you see, it's like companies that do blue lettering on their like on their signs outside.
Yeah.
So like a bank would have, the letters on the side of the wall. Blue. I can't read blue. You know, or at least to me, I might have I might have some sort of thing.
We've decided you've got some sort
I
of
definitely have some sort of,
yeah.
But I can't fucking read blue.
Yeah.
Sorta.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
But like your eye can't recognize blue. So the contrast they're doing. But imagine if instead of just being like, we're going to splash the whole floor, what if the overlay on the television screen had some sort of trim that signified in-season tournament? Like they'll do.
Why doesn't it just say tournament?
I'm saying
I don't need any more
anything they do
than
is
that.
better than.
Yeah.
Fucking paint bucketing the whole bitch.
Yeah.
It's a crazy color, and then take a contrasting color on the color wheel that your eyes can't interact with. It creates a vibrating thing where you can't fucking see. I hate it.
Basketball's exciting enough.
Doing
Doing it is exciting enough. We don't need to add things to it. I was also telling Abby, they have to stop interviewing teams for in-between times and then making them being like, what type of cartoons do you like? And it's like some guy I formerly thought was cool being like, I like Rocko's Modern Life. And you're like, this sucks. They don't, they're dead in the eyes doing it. They clearly don't want to be there. And it's like, don't make
It's
them
just part of their like
worked
media
their
agreement.
whole lives for this. There's only so many people that can even make it to this level, and then you make them try to entertain us in other ways.
You make them small.
Can you imagine
by talking
Michael
about
Jordan doing that?
He
Absolutely
wouldn't, dude.
not.
He wouldn't.
Stop making him do this shit.
MJ is tight. He's just gonna gamble and get your money.
Yeah.
Another thought. You know how like WNBA, do they still play with the orange and white ball? So it has the contrasting?
I don't know.
But you know what I'm saying? That'd be another thing.
Yeah.
Make the ball different. Make it two
I know what
different
you're talking
contrasting
about. I just
colors of
realized
leathers or some.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay,
I'm
fine.
open to anything you're going to signify to give the viewer the immediate in-season tournament without painting the whole floor to a way where you can't see it. Because I won't watch those games.
Yeah.
It could be the championship, and I'm not going to watch it, dude. It's too hard.
I don't know.
Got that big trophy in this.
Maybe they just got to do less games. It's probably part of it, but then there's less money.
Oh, make the NBA season 40 games.
Yeah.
That would be. I would watch every single game
All
if every team
sports
played
should be
40 games.
shortened.
Yeah.
100%.
Football, I think is a. Listen, I know you're going to say some, but I actually think football is great because it gives you a taste, and then it does go away for a while. But like baseball goes on for like, seemingly, again, all of this is me. I'm just talking anecdotally. I'm doing a bit. So if I'm,
Why can't it all?
But it
just
goes
be
on for like 10 months.
It should all just be the same. It's the same number of teams in each one. We get one per state. End of story.
How many games do baseball players?
And then
play?
just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just tighten the thing up a little bit. You know? Also, like, it's so hard.
162.
We can't do this. We're going to go on too long on this.
100. You and I could sit here and count to 162, and that is how many baseball games each team plays in a year. That is an absurd amount of baseball.
Well, you got to think is if you're a player, like, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Cut it in half is still too much.
Yeah.
Still too much. Because now listen, for all the baseball dudes out there, you're a particular type of person. I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. I respect you. You are down to pay attention to those 100. In fact, our buddy who just walked by, he's a fan of a baseball team that I won't name because I don't want to throw him out there. But he watches every single game. Him and his wife watch every single game, and he's dedicated to it. And I respect that to him. You know what I mean? Not a lot of guys are like that. I can't get into the sport because it's just like basketball, but literally 100% more because it's more than double the amount of games. It doesn't matter if the Rockies win this game or literally the next 15 because they have 145 games to make up for it. And that's just, I don't care, dude. I don't care. Make baseball teams play 40 games. Make basketball teams play 40 games. Make football season twice as long. Right?
No. Less players, less teams, less. Oh, I mean this across the board too. Just tighten up.
I'm not even opposed, dude. I'm not opposed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's answer one more question.
Okay.
I thought this was an interesting way to go.
Cool.
I looked up our first question that was ever submitted.
Oh, cool. Is it in the Discord? The very first one?
Yes, I just went back. It was like 2023 or something.
Sick, yeah.
And they said, I should have saved the full question, but it's fine. Basically, the question is, over the past however many years, how has Canoe Club evolved, and where do we see it going? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's obviously so many ways to approach this. I figured it was kind of an interesting end of year question. Yeah, because like the first gut is like, well, the brand list has changed, and it has. Like from the first day that I came in and bought something, and then started working a couple months later to now, brand list has changed.
Yep.
It's changed from.
But of course it has.
Of course it
We're
has.
a multi-brand retailer. The brand, it's always going to change. And I think that companies that don't ever have it change are the ones that get stale and people stop paying attention to, because it's like, what do you think? I like one brand for the rest of my entire born life? No,
we pride ourselves in being liquid too, of being like, we're going to shift. We like, our interests have changed as
Everyone's
people.
does. Trends change.
Yep.
People change.
Yep.
Fashion changes. If you don't like that, don't pay attention to fashion.
Yeah. So we don't even need to go into it. You can look back at I don't know how you would even do this, but our brand list of that era
certainly evolved. But I think that maybe even more importantly, as I think about it, is the content positioning is changed by.
Yes, I think let's just skip the brand list. We know what it was. We had things of denim. It was made in America. We had denim brands. We were doing a lot more workwear. When we opened, we were
still coming off the heels of that being the most.
That was
trend.
People were still buying a ton of boots. People were still wearing tight little jeans.
Well, that's also what was out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of that stuff really wasn't what it is now. You know what I mean? Like those, each brand is also individually evolving so much, and what people pay attention to and what people are interested in also is changing because of how dominant those given brands are.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
So it does change internally. I think that we've definitely have stalwarts of what we do that have always been around and have continued to grow, and there's some that have come and gone, and there's some that have gone and come back, and there's you know what I mean. It's I think the reason to come to a multi-brand retailer in 2026 is because there is sort of some kind of point of view. I mean, people banged curation into the ground, but the point is that like you're rocking with that we're changing and evolving and we're responding. Like it used to be that multi-brand retail presented things to customers that they'd never seen before. And I still think for a large number of our customers, that is still what we're doing. They look to us to go, what is cool? What's going on? I don't know where to look for it at. I don't have the time. This is not my main interest. It's something I love, but it's, I'm not doing it every single day or as a job. So I go to them to go, if they're anointing or they're saying this is really cool, they're the ones doing the work and paying attention, and they would know who's great. And I think the other thing that I've noticed gets confusing in like when people chat in Discord and stuff is we're not excluding brands because we don't like them. You know what I mean? Or we're not like doing things like, first of all, like as a business that's growing and evolving organically, and we have things to take care of, and it's still a business at the end of the day. I can't bring in every brand I've ever heard of. You know what I mean? I have a laundry list of brands that has existed for 100%. A long time that gets edited and changed and deliberated over all the time, that the names that people are throwing out, it's like, oh, that brand's been on the list forever. It's just maybe we've got too much overlap currently, or maybe we've got this, because we still have to make decisions around budgets and things like that. If it was an endless, boundless budget, sure, you bring it all in, but then at the end of the day, you suddenly turn into like an Essence or something that just sort of has everything, and you're not really sure why they're choosing it or why they're changing it. Now we're still trying to grow and evolve and all that stuff too, and get bigger, but because I want to support all these brands and do all these cool things, but you just can't do it all at the same time. That's a lot of what it is. So it's trying to be really smart about how we use our money, because that's the other thing. People don't think of like, oh, that brand came in and I love it, but I'm not sure who buys it. You're like, we have to think about who buys it, and if it doesn't work at a certain point, it is a business at the end of the day too. You know? So you have to be pretty agile with things. Yeah, the brand list is always changing and evolving, and I think so. That's a natural progression that's happened over the years, and we certainly have a place we want to go. In my dream world, sure. I mean, and I've seen stores do it. You open and you carry only the craziest, most niche things that no one's ever heard of ever, and you're also like, yeah, but that's such a specific customer, and you're only servicing one person at one point in the bell curve of people's interests. And that's not how I dress either. You know what I mean? Like I have old jeans and Converse on with James Coward, you know what I mean? And that's sort of the point, you know what I mean? That you're like blending things. I think most people blend things together, a little bit of something a little bit more broad, something more focused, but sure, there is customers that are all one way or all the other way. And that's great too, So what we're trying to do is like be as smart as we can to be like, you bring a brand in that's maybe big, or maybe people didn't have like or had a specific idea of it that you want to kind of change or evolve. I think there's certainly brands that are coming to mind without calling them out that maybe people have a certain perception of that we're trying to change or show you like, hey, this is how we view this thing. You know what I mean? Maybe it doesn't make perfect sense. You're not like, oh, that brand looks like that brand or goes with that brand. Everyone can do that. It's not that hard to go, all these look identical together. It's like, well, yeah, but then you're going to have a store that looks like one thing, and that's never what we wanted to do.
No, because we don't think that, like you said, most people aren't that way. Most people are not just in one bucket and made a decision. That's that. A lot of people like to experiment and have fun with clothes. Yeah, even I do, and I mostly wear the same thing, but like I like to find that new thing that works within my thing. And
so that's what's exciting, that it might change. You know what I mean? That at some point it's exciting to be in the moment with one thing, and then it'll change in another time. And so that's like that same feeling is what we're trying to mimic in the buying, is that like you're going to change your opinions, but we also don't want to alienate every single person that like started out with this either. So that's an always evolving thing. I think the content thing that I was going to point out is that like, we had to make a conscious decision over the past 5 years to be a lot more personality driven. And that's like, as one of the business owners, I can tell you right now, it's like a scary thing because you're putting other people as the face of the business that you can't fully control. You know what I mean? And you're allowing people to develop the creative or be involved in the creative but we just felt that our team and our people were what makes the brand cool. That like, we're, like, I think that's what people look for, is like friendships and camaraderie and community and stuff. And that's something that you can come to us for that you can't go to others for.
I do pride us on being approachable, on being friendly people.
Community oriented, not just in a word like every single brand says, but like it's like it's an active part of something that we work on every day. Yeah,
100%. We take it into account in every decision we make. Is this like serving our people that we look out for and that have come back and shopped with us or hung out with us, chit-chatted with us, etc.
Well, I feel a responsibility to that group of people too. You know what I mean? Because they put us on. I mean, we don't exist without that community. It's just the reality. It's not even some sappy thing. It's just the reality is like it's a very niche thing that we're doing, and we need our people to be involved, and their excitement is going to fuel excitement of other people. Like I think that if you get enough passionate people together in the same room, it's infectious.
Yeah, I agree. I mean?
And that's so it is somewhat of a business thing, but it's like the most organic, and it's the only way I know how to do it. And that's a lot of coming from like that DIY scene of like if enough people like something and are on board with something, it'll do well. Even if you're only doing well to a small community, that can be plenty, especially these days. I'm not trying to appeal to every single person, but I want to make sure that the people that are most involved with what we do, that put us on the most, are a reflection of who we are, which is why I think you feel the same way, that I'm so proud of like, the community that we've built, especially online, which is normally a highly toxic place. And we get kind of laughed at sometimes because it's like a very wholesome place, but like that's what we want it to be. You know what I mean? Like it should be a safe place. It's like fashion's about experimentation and being different and welcoming different communities and stuff like that. Like, I mean? That was like one of the unspoken things in like hardcore scenes and shit, was like, we're all in this together. We might still beat on each other. We might still have little things or like different things, but this is all part of one bigger.
We're here versus the outside.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Spiritually, we're all on the same plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that that's what feels good about what we do. Of that, like it feels like a very diverse group of people who really do care about each other and care about this thing, and are supportive of each other in that way. And I think that that's really. I've been really proud to see that like that kind of risk that we took a while ago with kind of changing how we were doing content and bringing people into it has really like paid off in that way.
Yep. Agreed. And also, I think at least for me, I try to approach everything like, again, we've been big dogged. You've been in stores when you were younger and shit, and I've been in stores when I was younger or at this age
now,
and getting big dogged by somebody sitting behind a desk, and it's like, man, like I've said this. I'm not gonna shout out the store on the pod. I've said which one it was, but went into a store and guy was playing this EP from this hardcore band Cold World. Older brothers of Title Fight.
Shout out to the guy. I don't know if he listens to the pod, but the guy I saw the other day that walked past me on the street with a Cold World, like an old Cold World, so fucking sick, dude. Sweatshirt. Very cool guy.
Probably spent like $600 on it, or it's
he had
OG.
The cheeks on too, so he has to be one.
But this dude's playing Ice Grills, which is like I could be exaggerating, like between like 8 and 12 minute long EP. 4 or 5 songs max, not on Spotify or anything. He's playing this shit, and I go, dude, is this Ice Grills, Cold World? And he just looked at me and goes, yeah. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you, dude, because I'm the only person today who's going to walk in this door and know this. I promise you. Yeah. Maybe one other dude, but it'd be one of your buddies. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to know what this is. And you're going to big dog me. Like, I don't know. So anyway, we've experienced that. And that shit fucking sucks, dude. When you're just excited and you just get like the wind taken out of your sails for something. I hate that.
I'm just so incredibly tired of the lack of sincerity in everything. It's just so boring. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, let me guess, you can't take anything seriously. Yeah.
Everything's sarcastic. if you're being sincere, it's corny. And it's like, well, I mean, what do you think the people that are making these clothes and shit are like? They're being they're incredibly sincere in what they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? You listen, like what you're talking about, like it's clothes that are meant to be worn in the morning. They're not fucking around. This is what
they literally,
that's their whole belief. You know what I mean? Like this is a belief system that they stand on, and they're making clothes passionately about. You know what I mean? It's like, so why does the community have to be so blasé about everything?
Yeah.
So boring. You know what I mean?
I hate that in general, both in this industry and in life too.
Yeah.
You know, I can just think it's like a lot of times this is like college kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. They get to college, they get into something. It's like, oh, your whole identity is that nothing is serious, and I don't even know who you are as a person because everything is a joke or a bit or an image you're trying to project.
Yeah.
And I just want to know like what you're actually like, and like what do you actually care about, and it can't just be these random niche internet things that you've made an identity.
Well, I think there's such a whiplash happening to like sort of like, you know, not painting with a broad brush, but like influencer marketing and stuff where it's like, it's this very curated, perfect thing that just does not exist in the real world.
No.
It feels so gross and boring, you know, that to me. And I think that I'm hoping that, you know, in the future that, you know, some of the things that we've tried to shed of like not trying to cool guy, not trying to do that things, like we're just like weird dorks that are into this stuff just like you are, you know what I mean? We were not born cool, you know what I mean? I was not born into this stuff knowing all these things. No. Nobody is. I don't know why that's like the thing is like, oh, I've always liked this. I've never liked anything uncool. If other people like it, I don't like it. It's like, I don't know what you're doing, you know what I mean? I understand pretentiousness. I like a little pretentiousness, no problem.
We got
I like being like sophisticated about my tastes and things like that. But that doesn't, I don't know why that has to, you have to lead with being exclusionary to others. And I think that that's what we've been trying to do is like exit that and not be, I don't want to be exclusionary. It's like, everyone's welcome. You're all going to come from different elements. You're all going to have different opinions and blah, blah, blah. And anybody who got into this through being into sneakers and kith and shit is just as valid as somebody coming in from some other, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't, you know, it just doesn't really matter. It's like, it's all the same stuff. We all like the stuff in the same way.
Yeah.
So let's just get on the same page and like, it makes it more fun if more people.
Yeah, don't dog on each other and put other people down and shit. Which is again, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, as far as the future goes, I think that we're just trying to like figure out ways to elevate what we do while still being able to do that thing that to put our faces and our point of view and our, you know, this sort of community oriented stuff forward at the same time, because that's like a tricky line to walk, where I want it to feel elevated and beautiful and all this stuff, but I also don't want it to elevate beyond you know, to the point where it just feels like making, you know, I think we all know the kind of stuff I'm talking about, where it's like a store develops a lookbook that looks almost identical to the lookbook the brand already put out, and you're like, well, what's your point of view? You just did their point of view. You know what I mean? Yeah. So trying to figure out ways to put our personality in things without also, you know, still making it pretty at the same time. Yeah. So trying to figure that out. And plus we have like, just in spring alone that's about to ship, we have so many great new brands. And then we're in conversations right now with another gang of really great new brands. For fall. Some that people have heard of or called out, and some that I don't think people know. And that's really exciting, you know, to continue to be able to, you know, to actually to have a community that's been so open to us, bringing them new things and trying them out and trusting that we've done the work to make sure that they're great is really cool. And that's really rewarding in the sense that we get to keep doing it. Yeah. So shout out to them. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of more of the same, but different. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're lucky to just keep trucking forward. Yeah. And I'd encourage everyone that's like, that listens and talks in everywhere that they can to keep giving us feedback. We don't take it as any sort of negative thing. I mean, you'll get brushed off if it's negative. That ain't what we do. But if it's feedback that you think that like, oh, this could be cool, or I'd love to see this, or I'm just not seeing this from any other place. Like, we really do thrive off people giving us that information, because we act on it all the time. So don't think that your voice is small or whatever, because you're seeing something that I'm not seeing. Definitely. So everyone's point of view is valid. We're just going to try to like take all that information and curate it down into like something that makes sense for Canoe Club. Yeah. But we got a bunch of cool things cooking. I mean, the first 3 months of the year is just we got something each month, and we've got some bigger plans for middle of the year, and you know, I'm sure more after that. So yeah. I think we're going to go do something after this to start executing on one of those events as well. So yeah. Well, great. I like that. So thank you for being here. Yeah.
speaking of sincerity.
Thanks everyone that's been with us through this year and before, and
Happy New Year
into next year. I feel like it's really cool to see our community is so much bigger than it was when we started this year.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And how many people have become new customers of ours, new friends and stuff. And I think it's really cool to see what taking all of them into the new year is, but also bringing a bunch more, starting to bring more people even too. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I think we're in a really fun place, and I think it's going to continue to be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. We're really lucky too. This kid's going to get tossed by that dog on that ice. Okay. Well, that is that. Happy New Year, everybody. We're going to keep doing this too. So, yeah. If you have any questions for us, obviously be in touch. Patreon crew, if you're listening to this, come early January, I'll have an announcement for you guys. Some updates there. We want to change how that is structured and your perks and or things you get.
Just kind of the way that it's going to get rolled out. It's going to be different, but better.
Yeah, it's going to be different, but better. So if you hear that, it's only improving. I don't have a lot of deliveries to talk through at the moment. We did just get a restock of 1969. Apartamento, Corpus. Some
James Coward hit in the middle of there.
James Coward landed quickly. Beams Japan. Yeah. Beams Japan finally came. We got a ton of it. I would recommend you just pop over to the page right now, but a couple things off the top.
A lot of fun things.
There's a lot more Hama de Gama stuff. I'm sure that the inflection is wrong. But there's like soba cups, which I think are really cute. We got more of the turquoise one, which I love that turquoise treatment. I think that looks really nice.
People are loving those prints.
Oh, the prints are dope. More of the Kobo keychains.
Good
literally stuff. like dozens of
cool
of
clothing pieces too in there. So yeah, really cool stuff there. Restock in 1969, I think you said.
Yes, sir.
There was a restock of Como de Garçon. One's probably already picked over. I feel like there's a handful of other little restocks and stuff, and then we're going to continue to that. If you've been waiting for APFR, I know people are hitting me up for that.
Yes.
That's on the way. We're just waiting for the holiday in Japan, so once that's through, we'll start receiving some of that. But yeah, hang out. I mean, there's definitely like cool stuff kind of starting to hit, soon. And hang with us.
Yeah. Be in touch. Thanks for being here, y'all.
Cool.
I hope you had a good New Year, and if you're listening to this, there's a chance you're severely hungover. So I hope you get yourself a blue Gatorade or two.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Riptide Rush man.
Dude, I love Riptide Rush. Golly.
All
okay,
right.
well, I think I'm done talking on this podcast for right now. So let's wrap this up and let's go do some other work.
All right.
Bye.